coming up tonight on Prime Time Local News. The border city looks to strengthen their bond with Frog Lake First Nation. And the concerned citizens of Lloydminster meet for their weekly meeting. Plus our weekly edition of Pet Project.
Prime Time Local News, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Lloydminster is looking to bolster the economy of their surrounding communities, including the Frog Lake First Nation. The Community Economic Development Initiative was recently passed at City Council, setting up a financial partnership between the two. Set to last until March 2027, Mayor Albers and the rest of Council are very supportive of this relationship, as Frog Lake is already economically involved within the city.
Is to help Frog Lake Cree Nation, as their landowner within the city of Lloydminster, look at developing a piece of property for economic development, ensuring that they understand the needs of the municipality that they're entering, via the development process and all the steps that you often hear us talk about, as well as understanding what they're looking for from economic reconciliation, as well as their opportunity for economic development in our community.
Synergy is key for this partnership, with the end goal of both communities providing financial resources to each other throughout the agreement.
As they move forward, we move forward together and in an effective and efficient way. And that's where this will end up at the end of 3 years, understanding their needs, understanding our needs, and making those connections. Because certainly they'll be working with our planning team. They'll be working with our economic development team. And having that relationship to forge forward is an excellent opportunity, and it's a win-win for both parties.
Despite it being a 3-year agreement, the city is confident their relationship with Frog Lake will continue for years to come. The Concerned Citizens for Seniors Care had a special guest at their weekly meeting today, who was a crucial part in getting the hospital in Lloydminster built and staffed. Vic Juba spoke to the Concerned Citizens about getting a new hospital in Lloydminster back in the 80s. He says he took an interest in healthcare since his wife was a nurse at the time.
We had issues, and I don't know, people talked to me, and so I chaired a committee or two and tried to improve our health care facilities and getting the expertise here, the specialists, to help us look after our health.
Juba says that more people need health care than ever before due to longer life expectancies. He believes the Concerned Citizens are doing well in their push for more long-term care beds in Lloydminster.
Seniors Committee is doing a great job making the government cognizant of, or governments of the seniors' situation in Lloydminster. The Jubilee home is very old, there's no question about it, and it needs to be replaced. And, unlike on the Merv side, where we've had facilities built all along the way, and we need some help on the Saskatchewan side.
Juba's wisdom was a welcome addition to the meeting and is sure to help the Concerned Citizens with their Jubilee Home proposal. And with that springtime weather here, those potholes are a lot easier to see on the road.
Yes, definitely. You got to avoid them. They seem to get bigger and bigger every year as well, and more of them pop up. But that's the case as the weather gets nicer. The roads kind of fall into that damaged period before the construction season starts again. But currently,
winter and construction are the two seasons.
Yes, but over the next couple days, starting Wednesday night, we will be experiencing quite a bit of snow between Wednesday to Friday. So we'll get a little bit of snow coverage over those potholes. But for right now, no snow, 8 degrees, feels closer to +4 with the wind chill. Winds at about 22 kilometers per hour, so it's a little bit breezy, mix of sun and cloud. So it's a nice break before we get into the snowy weather that will start on around Wednesday evening is predicted to start. 8 degrees in Marwayne and Provost, 9 in Wainwright, Vermilion, St. Paul, 10 in Vegreville, Bonnyville, Cold Lake and Lac La Biche, and 11 out in Edmonton. So nice conditions in Alberta. In Saskatchewan, similar conditions as well. 10 degrees in Pierceland, Green Lake, and in Meadow Lake, and 8 degrees in Isle Cross, St. Walburg, Maidstone, Mackland, and out in North Battleford. Overnight tonight in North Battleford, temperatures will drop down to just -4, not too bad, partially cloudy skies, and that wind isn't a factor either, only 9 kilometers per hour, so it is going to be a nice evening out, not really any chance of precipitation. Into tomorrow, it will have a thick cloud cover. 6 degrees will be the daytime high, 11 kilometer per hour wind, so it may feel a little bit chilly, but not too bad. In Cold Lake overnight tonight, -5 will be the low, partially cloudy skies, 11 kilometer per hour wind, so it may be a little bit breezy, but otherwise a nice evening. Into tomorrow, a mix of sun and cloud. Those clouds will probably start to increase as the day goes on. A daytime high of 5 degrees, 13 kilometer per hour winds. Overnight tonight here in Lloydminster, we'll have overcast skies. -1 will be our low, 11 kilometer per hour wind, so that wind will die down by the evening. Tomorrow, daytime, 6 a.m., 0 degrees, 11 kilometer per hour winds, cloudy conditions throughout the entire day. Noontime, it will be +3, 15 kilometer per hour winds, and that will remain 3 degrees by 6 p.m. Winds not too bad. That will pick up to about 19 kilometers per hour, -1 around midnight. Over the next 3 days, we'll get up to a high of +5 tomorrow with a low of -4. And then on Thursday, Wednesday night is when it is predicted to start snowing. However, it will start about a 55% chance on Thursday morning of some snow with a high of -2, low of -7. On Friday, we're predicted to get about 6 to 12 centimeters of snow throughout the day. It will be cloudy and a little bit on the chillier side, high of -4, low of -11. So we are going to be experiencing some snowfall, unfortunately, heading into the weekend, starting Wednesday night, Thursday morning. That is definitely something to be cautious about when you are planning on traveling, especially on the highways. That's the first look at your weather forecast. We'll have more news coming up after the break.
A farm located just outside of Lloydminster is called Do It Again Ranch, and it offers horseback riding lessons, carriage rides, and even goat yoga. Our Randy Cormish got the chance to speak with the owners to learn more about their ranch.
Today, I'm joined by Tammy Hempel and Dwight Teal, who are the owners of the Do It Again Ranch. And today, we're just going to be talking about their ranch and what it's all about. So, thank you so much for joining me today. Could you guys just start off by telling me a bit about your ranch and what impact you hope it has on the community?
I'm hoping that this ranch will be a connection of the city folks to the country folks, that it'll be a bridge that we can use to show people what it takes to raise your food. We're more the livestock end of that. We're not so much into the grain and vegetables aspect, but it's a step towards showing people what we do or what it takes to raise the food we put on the shelves in the stores.
That goes with milking the cow. Like a lot of kids now figure everything just comes from the grocery store. Well, no, it takes time. Somebody's got to get up and milk the cows, whether it's machine or hand. You still got to feed them, maintain them to have the milk production. Same with your beef industry. Somebody's got to calve out those cows. Somebody's got to feed those babies till they get to market weight, to slaughter weight, and then the food becomes processed and then on the shelf. And a lot of kids don't understand that. And even some of the city folk don't understand the process of it. What we're trying to set up here is an educational farm for people to come out, experience it, go for a ride, go for a wagon ride. This country was broke with teams of horses, horseback. You did everything. You wanted to go to the neighbors, you hopped in the wagon or hopped on a horse and rode down there. Kids nowadays don't realize that. And we want to bring back some of that to the community, and we enjoy doing it. We have the animals here to do it, and we just thought it would be a great thing to set up. And we've got a full quarter. We've got 2 kilometers of trail out here we can ride and drive and set up, and we're just working on it. We started this place in 2021, and we're just growing from there. Eventually I want to set up the sea can to have barn dances up in the loft, That's my dream, and I'm hoping it'll come true.
Well
And my
played.
next dream is to set up the petting zoo. We'd like to have that up and running this summer so that kids can come out and play with people can come out and play with the goats and the rabbits and whatnot. And you had asked about what's part of our intention with this. I remember being a young mom and being stressed a little bit, raising all those kids and doing all the activities that you do with them. We did some goat yoga this summer. Pardon me, last fall. We did goat yoga last fall with the moms, and we'd like to set that up again this year where moms can come out, and if I can arrange daycare for them and they can do their yoga thing and the kids can go play in the park, that would be wonderful. Something I would like to, just a place to relax, a place to learn, but a place to relax and enjoy nature and the livestock and wildlife, because there is a fair bit of deer and the odd moose out back here as well that we can see when we go trail riding. There's lots of opportunity here.
And then, yeah, where are people able to sign up to come and visit the ranch? How does that work?
At the moment, it's by appointment, I guess we would say.
Phone or text.
Yeah, just get a hold of us and we'll do a grand tour at the moment. Riding lessons we do have scheduled. And same with the rides. We did a lot of rides over Christmas. Just give us a call and book it in over Christmas time. But during the summer, watch Facebook. I'm going to set up a schedule of the things that we're going to do on there as far as the summer camp, goat yoga, and riding lessons. We'll make sure Facebook stays up to date.
And then, yeah, is there just anything else you wanted to add for anyone that may be interested in coming and checking out your ranch?
To locate us, we're 10 kilometers east on the 303, which brings you to the Marshall Grid Corner, which is Grid 688, and then half a kilometer south. And we've got signs set up with Do It Again Ranch, and you'll see the animals. We've got an outdoor riding arena. You'll see it set up there, so it's fairly easy to get a hold of. Close to town, people don't have to drive an hour to come out and experience it. They want to come out for an afternoon and tour around, go for a wagon ride, horseback ride, whatever. It's fairly close to locate.
Yep, 15 minutes from Lloyd, all on highway roads.
Perfect. And yeah, that was all the questions I had for you guys today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do this. And I appreciate you telling me more about your ranch.
Thank you very much.
Now let's take a look at your agriculture prices for today. The U15 girls AA provincials were held at the Centennial Civic Center this past weekend. The U15 Lloydminster Junior Steelers made it to the gold medal game, but were defeated by the Red Deer Chiefs 7-2. It was still a successful season as they would take home the silver medal. And head coach Tyler Dugan was the U15 AA Coach of the Year. Marwayne will be hosting their 13th annual PBR coming on April 11th at the Marwayne Arena. Our Jackson Fontaine sat down with the president of the arena to get more information.
I'm joined here today with Darcy Saskew, the president of the Marwayne Arena. So Darcy, thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
So you guys have your Marwayne PBR coming up on April 11th. So for our listeners and watchers out there, could you just explain to me what a PBR is and then share some details on your guys' event?
PBR is a professional bull riding event. It's going to be our 13th annual PBR. We did have 1 year off where COVID hit us, but since then we've been running every year. So it's on April 11th that doors open at 5. We have steer riding at 6:30, followed by the PBR at 7.
Awesome. So. And I just also saw on the poster you guys have a dance as well after that.
Yes, after the PBRs commenced, we are doing a dance with the Prairie Dogs playing, and that'll go till 1 a.m.
Awesome. So these bull riders, where are they coming from? Is it around Alberta or is it across Canada?
We get a mix of bull riders from everywhere. We're going to have some professional champion bull riders this year for sure. Hoping to get around 30 riders this year. So we've upped our prize money. So we're hoping to attract some better quality riders this year.
And Darcy, how can people get tickets, and how much are tickets as well?
Tickets are $30. You can get them at the door. Like I said, it opens at 5, so you bet.
Perfect. And then you guys also have your wild pony races on at 6:30 before the PBR.
Yeah.
Who's all going to be competing in that?
Well, that's usually local kids do that, and it's actually one of my favorite events. I always find it fun to watch the little kids try to ride the wild ponies. It's always a hoot. I think everybody really enjoys it. So.
Awesome. And why do you think it is important to have a PBR or something small like this in a small town like Marwayne, would you say?
The PBR goes towards our arena, and it helps for the costs of running the arena for the year. It helps with supplement the costs that we have along with our fees, and as well as some grant money we get. But it's very important to keep the vitalization of our arena going. So.
And I usually don't ask this, but I'm going to ask it. Is there any other events Marwayne has coming up that people should know about?
We sure do. And June is the Lee Park Rodeo. On September 20th, we're having a concert with Garrett Gregory. And as well, we're having a ladies' night here that's already just about sold out. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So where can people get more information on this PBR and then other events that you just mentioned?
Go to the Marwayne Village website, or else the Marwayne Ag Society website, or on Facebook at the Marwayne Arena or the Marwayne Ag Society.
So just to recap, that is April 11th, the PBR. So the pony races are at 6:30. The PBR starts at 7. Doors open at 5. Tickets are $30. Is there anything else you'd like to add that I might have missed?
That's everything.
Think I got it?
You got it.
Awesome. Well, Darcy, thank you for coming in today, and thank you for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
Abby St. John is at PetSmart for our weekly edition of Pet Project.
It is Tuesday, and this is Pet Project, but we are not at Border Paws Animal Shelter. We are, in fact, at PetSmart because Border Paws Animal Shelter is here for this week, as it is the PetSmart week-long adoption event. It is a huge deal for the shelter. They're always successful, and that's why we are here today. And yeah, so we're going to talk about the event and talk about some of the kittens and cats that we have here at the store. So go ahead and tell me about this event and some of the adoptable animals here.
Right, yes, so yeah, we are here for the whole week until the 30th at PetSmart. Our event goes from 2 p.m. till 6 p.m., so you can come in here, check out some of the cats. We might have some dogs here later, but we've got Toopy and Beanu. They're just full of it. They're so energetic, they're so curious, so sweet too. As soon as you pick them up, they turn to like little jello in your head. Or they're so sweet. They came to the shelter as strays with a sibling who has been adopted, so
Which is very exciting.
So excited. We do have a couple of applications in, so we're really looking forward to finding these guys their forever homes.
They are very sweet.
So sweet.
They are. They exude kittenness when they're playing, but then as soon as you pick them up, they rest like they are a senior cat, and it's just so sweet. Yeah, and then so we also have 2 other cats here as well. Marty. Marty is a black and white cat, and he is super sweet,
chill.
super chill. And then we also have Pumpkin as well. So tell me a little bit about both of them.
So Marty is such a sweet boy. He loves belly rubs. He's very snuggly. He's such a good boy. He's just so chill. He would make a great family pet for anybody with kids, or maybe an older couple or older person that just wants a companion. Would be absolutely just a perfect addition to honestly any family. Pumpkin's been with us for a little bit. He's been with us, I think, since October. He does have a little bit of a dental issue, so he is on wet food. He could require some further medical attention in the future, but very sweet. He loves attention. If I come over here to pet one of these other cats, he's meow. Like, he loves being picked up, and he's very sweet. He makes a good companion also for somebody. Look at him.
Yes, he is very, very sweet, and this event is definitely a huge one for you guys. So before we move on to your other events, just a reminder for those who are interested in coming out to PetSmart, when will you, or what times will you guys be here? And you did mention that the possibility that there could be dogs here as well.
Yes. So the event goes from 2 p.m. until 6 p.m. A good fast track for getting your applications seen. We do have paper applications here that you can fill out. We also do have applications available online, and we'll process them as fast as we can. We do have to go through references and things like that, and if you are renting, we do need to make sure that your landlord would be okay with you having a pet, so that's something to keep in mind, because we don't want anybody, coming back returned because you weren't allowed to have them. But they're just super sweet, and if it's something you'd be interested in, just come down and just take a look, and
absolutely,
who knows, you might find your new forever friend.
Absolutely. And now moving on to your other events coming up at the beginning, the beginning of April. April 12th is that Name Your Tune event at 4th Meridian. We've been talking about it for a couple weeks now, so tell us a little bit about what what you need to know about this event.
So yes, on April 12th, which is a Saturday, we will be at 4th Meridian Brewing for a nice friendly game of Name That Tune.
Yeah.
So from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. we'll be there. There is a prize for the winner, and it's just if you're really big on your music, it's a fun thing to get out and have fun, right? Who doesn't love music?
Absolutely. Right? Trivia kind of makes me panic, but those games are super fun
I thrive
to be a part of. They are a lot of fun. Now, also in April, on April 22nd, it's a bit of a scavenger hunt, which is a lot of fun. So tell us everything we need to know about the scavenger hunt and how you can get involved.
So we are, going to have an Easter-themed scavenger hunt, and the scavenger hunt is going to take place all around town. We are going to be posting some clues and riddles, and essentially you have to go around, get photographic evidence that you found these items, and there will be a prize for the winner of that as well. But it's super fun to get out and get to see more of the city too, and there's a lot of community engagement. So it's really fun and it's exciting, and I'm very excited. I love scavenger hunts.
And now, is this a team thing? Or?
You can do it in a team. You could do it by yourself. There's really no limit to how many people can be in a group together, or if you want to register as a team or as a single person, by all means. The more the merrier.
Yes,
Yeah.
It sounds like a great kickstart to spring as well. That's such a fun event because it gets you outside. Now, finally, same question as every week. What are the donations that you're in need of? And then also talk a little bit on volunteers as well. I think that also kind of plays into the donation because you're donating your time. So talk a little bit how people can volunteer and then your general donations that you need.
So we're always looking for volunteers, whether it be at the shelter to help with dishes, laundry, helping take care of cats, litter boxes, sweepings, things like that. But we're also looking for volunteers for events like this. So we love it when there's more community involvement, and it just really gives people a chance to see what we do here, and the care that these little guys get is very, very important.
Yes.
So with all the other events that are coming up, we are in the fall going to have our Renaissance Fair. We're definitely going to need volunteers for that. If it's something that you're interested in, you can email events@borderpaws.com or volunteer@borderpaws. We absolutely will 1,000% always say yes to volunteers because it's a pretty big part of our organization and what we do. I started out as a volunteer.
Absolutely.
So it's very rewarding, and we just love seeing them get adopted and find their forever homes.
Yes, absolutely.
Some donations, though, other donations that we're going to be needing. Our Canadian naturals, of course, the lamb and brown rice, salmon, sweet potato. We need xylitol-free peanut butter. It's really good if we need to give dogs medications or anything like that. They like the peanut butter really helps. And it's a nice treat, too.
Yes.
They love it. We love to make popsicles
Yes, dogs love
in the
peanut butter.
winter time. There's paper towel. We'll need kitchen garbage bags, the extra large, extra strong garbage bags. Because we do go through, there's a lot of cleaning involved in the shelter.
Yeah.
Things like, the yellow mop heads as well, floor cleaner, dish soap, catnip, small blankets for our cats. We do have some kittens. Yeah, things like that definitely be a huge
Just general
help.
everyday items
Yeah.
too goes a long way, which is awesome. So thank you once again for joining me, and it's great to be at PetSmart on location. And again, if you're interested in adopting, this is the perfect time to do so, as there are so many adorable kittens here, and possibly some dogs here eventually that are just looking for their forever home. So thank you, and I wish you the best of luck for this week.
Thank you so much.
And we'll have more primetime local news after the break. Lloydminster is in for a funny Friday, as we have not one, but 3 comedians coming to Cheers Live. Our Astarte Lazo has more with one of the comedians.
Today I'm joined by comedian Nick McQuick, and we're going to be talking about their upcoming comedy show here in Lloydminster on Friday, March 28th at Cheers Live. Thank you so much for joining me today, Nick.
Hey, no problem. I'm a comedian. I don't do much during the day, so.
Awesome. Well, first off, I just want to ask, how has the tour been for you guys?
It's great. Comedy, you get to tour with your friends, and you spend the whole day just making each other laugh and having fun and helping each other with the jokes. Yeah, it's a hard job to get into, but it's a great job.
Absolutely. And as a comedian, what's one of your favorite things about your job?
It's very bad when they don't laugh, that's for sure. Laughter is great. For me, it's traveling around, getting to know things. I've been to Lloydminster a few times, and it's strange because it's a border city, and half of it is Saskatchewan, half it's Alberta, and there's such little differences between those provinces. This is my Nate hoodie would be a bunny hug, and there's little cute things like that. And I love going to places and learning about them. And I don't know, I feel more patriotic as a Canadian getting to go to all across Canada and hearing how they laugh in Newfoundland versus Vancouver Island.
And so, speaking of people laughing, what can fans expect from your guys' upcoming show here in Lloydminster?
Well, thank you for asking. The show is, there's 3 headliners, myself, Nick McQuick. I'm going to be joined by Leo Langford, who just won the Grindstone Comedy Festival in Edmonton last year. He's a hilarious comedian. He's got a podcast called Barry's Basements, absolutely funny. He's a young Filipino dude with an incredible perspective and the way he approaches jokes. I'm going to be coming with Gulliver Twist also, who's been doing comedy for over a decade. It's his birthday, actually, right away, so happy birthday. He's from a small town, Antigonish in Nova Scotia, and it's just great seeing his perspective. He's worked so hard. He had a stammer, a stutter, and he got into stand-up comedy and actually fixed it. So comedy heals both ways. And then there's me. I'm Nick McQuick. I'm from a small town in the Yukon, and I know a lot of people. I saw your interview with a buddy of mine, Noah Broder. He was up there a minute ago. And a lot of comics are like, oh, I'm so happy to come to the small town. I'm like, man, I come from a town of 900 people. I'm coming to the big city of Lloyd.
What are some of the things that you guys do to prepare for tours or shows as comedians?
Well, for me, I like showing up early and getting to know the town, getting a feel for the town. I don't know. I like to kind of be appreciative because, like, I don't know, you don't make the most money in the world doing comedy, but it's also like you get to go places and tell jokes for a living. Like, I got sent to HR all the time for the language that I use. I never was in like an office place, otherwise I think they'd send me to jail. But like in a mechanic shop or something, pulling wrenches and you slip with a wrench and punch a vise, you're going to say a couple expensive words and fill that swear jar up. So.
And yeah, so is there anything else that fans should be on the lookout for after this?
Oh man, the Lakeland Rustlers are doing pretty good. They're in the playoffs. I hear they got an unstoppable defense. Go out, support your local teams. I don't know. Also, we're performing at Cheers Live, which is an incredible venue. It got recommended to me. There's a bunch of local musicians that come through there and wrestlers. There's Bobby Sharp and Kat Von Hees are going to be there May 30th. It's a wonderful place, and it's not open during like the warmer months. And I really wanted to get in there. So, I mean, just get out, support them. Yeah, we're selling tickets for $20, $25 at the door. I'll be the guy at the door, so it's sort of a one-man shop.
And so is there anything else you wanted to share just for people to know that we might have not already covered?
I get that like right now in the world it's a hard thing, like America, tariffs, people are losing jobs and stuff, and some people can't afford to come out to comedy, and I get that, your priority, but honestly, the harder times are, the more you need a laugh, and we're here ready to deliver. So come on down March 28th.
Absolutely. And yeah, thank you so much for doing the interview with me today, Nick. And yeah, again, you guys are coming down here to Lloydminster on Friday at Cheers Live. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
Coming up after the break, our Abby St. John will have another look at our evening weather forecast.
Taking a final look at our weather forecast, it's 8 degrees here in Lloydminster. So we saw a nice day out today right before we're going to get some not so nice weather over the next couple of days. In Alberta, 10 out in Cold Lake and Whitecourt, 9 in Athabasca and Edson, 7 in Jasper and Rocky Mountain House, 11 in Edmonton, and 6 out in Red Deer. And in Saskatchewan, 10 in Meadow Lake, 9 in Prince Albert, 8 in North Battleford, 4 in Melfort, and 5 out in Saskatoon. Overnight tonight here in Lloydminster will drop down to -1. Those clouds will start rolling in, so it is going to be quite overcast overnight tonight. 11-kilometer-per-hour wind, so the wind will die down. It was a little bit more on the breezier side today, but that will die down just a little bit to 11 kilometers per hour, which is nice to see. And then tomorrow at 6 a.m. it'll be around 0 degrees. Cloudy conditions throughout the whole day. 11-kilometer-per-hour winds. That will get up to about 15-kilometer-per-hour winds by noontime. 3 degrees. That will be the case at 6 p.m. as well. 13-kilometer-per-hour winds, and then at midnight it'll be -1, and winds will be at 19 kilometers per hour, so not too bad. But then there is a chance that snow will start later on Wednesday night, so definitely be cautious about that because over the next 7 days we will look at getting a little bit of snow, as you can see, but on Wednesday we will get up to a high of 5, low of -4. On Thursdays, when the snow really starts, 55% chance of little snow in the morning with a high of -2, low of -7. On Friday, a 93% chance of some snow, about 6 to 12 centimeters is predicted, and it will be a little bit on the colder side, a high of -4, low of -11. On Saturday, the snow should stop and that sun should come out with a high of -3, low of -12. And then on Sunday, a little bit more snow in the afternoon with a high of -2, low of -9. And that snow will continue on Monday and Tuesday throughout those days with a high of 0 on Monday, high of 2 on Tuesday. So the temperatures are still on the low side, with it being a little bit above 0, a little bit below 0, but those conditions, we always go through this, especially at the beginning of spring. It's nice, it's not, it's nice, it's not, and then it's nice, and we cross our fingers that it's going to stay that way.
Yeah, we're hoping we'll eventually get to that point in time, but we aren't there yet. Honestly, this is the nicest day that we'll have in a while, but we'll take what we can get.
Absolutely.
And that is all the time we have today for Primetime Local News. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great night.